And that same instinct that I'm trying to get at, that same instinct that I'm trying to have persons to look at, you look back at yourself when you realize, why would I want to give up my responsibility as an individual? Because that's what you're doing when you give up yourself to the system, when you give up yourself to the one world government, when you allow persons to make decisions about your own salvation for you. And that's the idea about killing free will. In order for this utopian society to work, we need a mass of people, or the globalists would need a mass of people who do not or does not operate or does not believe in free will. So if the responsibility is on me for me to, so to speak, provide for my family, provide for myself, realize that there is an objective mode of being in the world, and what I did or what I didn't do is contributing to my own suffering. That's actually painful to the individual. That's actually painful to the psyche. So what I would do, so to speak, and you would see, and that's partly why majority of our civilization or majority of our governments are liberally led. And this means that they're saying that, okay, there's nothing I can do that could assist me. There's nothing I could do that could make my life in any way better. So I have to now give up my responsibility to the government so that the government would take care of me. And I read something akin to that in Carl Schwab's his recent book, The Great Reset, where he said the return of big government. And if you understand what communism means, communism is basically saying the government is in charge of every means of production. And the people, no matter what you have, no matter what industry you may be part of, it's government driven. So you have a big government, right? And that goes against the free market instinct, and the free market instinct, the capitalist instinct, so to speak. Even when I agree that capitalism have some things that we need to adjust, I don't believe we have to kill the instinct or the spirit that comes with capitalism. The spirit of free enterprise, the spirit of individual responsibility to make those necessary sacrifices in the current moment, the hedonistic sacrifices in the current moment, at the attainment of a future aim. We don't want that. We don't want to sacrifice, and that's the instinct I'm looking at. We don't want to sacrifice our hedonistic pleasures, because human beings live on free wills. We have the will to pleasure survival, the will to power, and the will to meaning. But the vast majority of us, because of the comfort that has been bestowed onto us by the machine of capitalism, we want to hold on to that pleasure principle. We want to hold on to live into the lower basic needs of human beings. We don't want to sacrifice it. But what we're saying to ourselves is that if we sacrifice those bodily functions, and that's what the message of Christ is asking us. He's asking us to die on the cross, so to speak, to live for something higher and higher attainment, to have meaning in life, to pursue meaning regardless. But we don't want that. We want to hold on to the bodily pleasures. We want to hold on to the ephemeral aspect of happiness, living for myself, living in the moment. And because of that instinct, the globalists understand what's happening, and they're taking advantage of that. I listened to Yuval spoke recently, and that was spot on what he said. He said that there is the problem with our humanity in the 21st century is that we are meaningless, we are bored, and he is capitalizing. He actually said he's capitalizing on the fact that human beings are living meaningless lives.
You have a lovely passage where you say, looking at the world today, God seems to be making a comeback, but this is a mirage. God is dead. It just takes a while to get rid of the body.
I don't think life has any meaning. So in that sense, it's not a strong counter argument. I know that many religions and philosophies have based the meaning of life on death and what happens after death.